Do you think that you're beautiful? Because you ultimately fit into one of two camps. You either find your beauty in all the compliments, comments, cares, opinions you heard from when you were a child up until now, and then you compared that to your best friend Katie. Was she hot? Like, did people like her? What compliments did she receive? And then you compared that to the poster girls, the beer girls, the Hollister adverts, the Calvin Klein adverts, everyone else that they thought they were 10 out of 10. Then you've compared that to the blobfish, the ugly kid that no one liked, the one, the bottom of the barrel. And all of a sudden, you've developed this objective scale of beauty, 10 to 1. Now, that sounds incredibly immoral, don't you think? I think it is. But you've also walked around with a projected image in your head of where you fit on that scale. Maybe you gave yourself a 7. Might be more than that literal, but you're walking down the street and there's somebody over there and you want to talk to them, but they're quite hot. They're out of your league. I don't think you don't really have the right to talk to them. But then someone over there, Sally, she's pretty ugly. She's below me. I have a right to talk to her, and she should be pretty glad that I'm talking to her because I'm hotter than her. Nuts. Again. Well, the second camp, subjective beauty. Somebody looks at me and they might like my nose. I don't know why, they just do. And they look at you and they like your eyes. They don't compare me to you or you to them or you to me because none of that matters. They've just found beauty in how you look. And that's the only measure, and it's a singular occurrence. And they might find themes between things, but there's no standard of objective beauty here, there, or anywhere. That sounds very peaceful, and how on earth do we achieve something like that, and how can I possibly function outside of my subconscious biases? Well, I don't know what to tell you, because I'd love to think like that, but of course I'm tied and ingrained in this Western bubble that I've grown up in. And I try to think outside of it, but the thing that annoys me most is that we've become more and more homogenized and streamlined and standardized into this idea of beauty. And we've been trained to think that there is one particular standard. And I know we've tried to break these down and say that different things are beautiful. Yeah, we try, but we don't, and it doesn't work. And the one thing that annoys me more than anything is a video I watched and the girl said, "Is it a crime to be ugly?" Now, is it a crime? Let me explain it to you. I have a bent nose here. I'm quite self-conscious of it. I've got receding hairline. Think what you like about it. It is what it is. I can't do anything about that. And if I want to change it, I have to have a surgical intervention to become more conforming to what would be standardly beautiful. Now, if I did do this, I think people might consider me differently. They might think I'm more youthful, more intelligent, slightly more likely to be hot, likely to have a better personality, likely to be more confident, likely to be more liked. Different things about me that come from your first impression of me that then further inform your more nuanced opinions of me. Because the beauty standard is your first impression, it's your prejudice, your stereotype, the views that you are forming subconsciously about me before knowing anything else. Now, these things aren't linked and there's no correlation between them, really, but you have a severe stereotype in your head that you're naturally trained to think, and I'm not angry at you for thinking like this, but you have to be aware that you do, in your head. And that's nuts, really, when you think about it. So the only thing that I would say to you is you now know that you think in a different way or you don't. And the only power of anything is the fact that you do think about it and that you can make an opinion on what you think of the thinking of it. So look in the mirror more and smile more because you are beautiful. And even if it just comes from me, damn it, I think you're beautiful. I honestly think that everybody has beauty in them.